Sports Dynasty podcast with yours truly, Trevor and Juan. But before you do anything, make sure you subscribe to us, our channel on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Radio, Stitcher Radio. Anything you can think of, we're there. Now let's get to it.
Yeah, week 17 is in the books. The regular season is now over.
Yes.
It was a fast season. Interesting season. Well, we'll recap all that in a later date. Today we're just going to go through week 17, do a list, predict the awards that will be happening right before the Super Bowl, and then we'll let you guys go. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you guys. Make sure you guys drive safe, drink well, and enjoy your families. And 2020, I hope 2020 brings excellent blessings. And as far as football is concerned, it's the playoffs. And we're going to get into that too. So,
yeah, all the playoff stuff's going to come next episode, predictions and all. So we're just going to go through this very unexciting week unless you're certain fan bases.
Yeah.
So let me just start. For most of the games, I'm doing a 3-word game and that's it. Like, I'm saying 3 words to describe every single game until the last one, because every other game is completely useless except one other that messed with the AFC picture, but we'll be doing that in the next episode if you hear the tone of my voice.
Yeah.
What? Otherwise, everything else was literally completely irrelevant. Everything that people guessed happened. Nothing interesting happened at all this week.
Literally everything we guess happened.
Yeah, like nothing, no surprise. So we're going to start here. Bears and Vikings. The Bears, what took you so long to beat the backups of the Vikings? Disgusting.
We knew that was going to happen. So,
yeah. Browns and Bengals.
We knew that was going to happen too.
Right, and I called the blowout and it was close enough. But for the Browns is the best thing that happened to the Browns this decade happened literally right after this game, firing the bastard Kitchens. They didn't even wait till Monday.
They fired Kitchens and they fired John Dorsey, the GM. So, yeah, they're cleaning house. They're going to find out what happens after that. So, yeah. Bengals already have the number 1 pick in the draft, and they have their second win against the bum-ass Browns.
Yes, as expected.
It's a good way for anyone to go out of Cincinnati. So, that's pretty good.
As we pictured out. Jets and Bills, who cares? Next.
I knew they were going to win anyway.
Yeah. Saints and Panthers, why are Saints bullies? You didn't have to do that. Next. Chargers and Chiefs, no duh. Next. Falcons and Buccaneers, 30-30.
5,100 yards for Jameis. He bought himself another year.
34 touchdowns, I believe, and 30 interceptions. 30-30. Let's go. That's the only good thing that happened this Sunday for them.
That should be ESPN, 30-for-30 special.
You see the memes? And Packers and Lions, same thing. What took you so long? Packers looking real soft, but they got to buy, so they did what they had to do.
They needed that buy, though.
Titans and Texans. Titans on to Foxborough.
I'm not surprised either.
No.
Houston didn't want to play. They knew what time it was. They were waiting for Buffalo. So.
Yeah, basically. Steelers at Ravens. Yeah, go figure. Robert Griffin and even though I don't think he was very good, but the rest of the team was, and beat the crap out of the Steelers. Duh.
Mr. Tucker was the MVP of the game, obviously, because the Steelers suck. So yeah.
Colts to Jaguars. Yeah, Colts needs to go and find a quarterback. Sorry to say.
First of all, they told Doug Marrone that he's about to be fired after the game, and he ended up getting himself another year.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Because of a 38-20 thing.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Eagles and Giants. Eagles host a playoff win. Nice. A playoff win, sorry. Playoff game. They got to host Seattle.
That's great.
Interesting game. Probably might be the second best game of the weekend. Raiders and Broncos. Really, Raiders? Come on, dog.
Drew Lock killed y'all. He was absolutely phenomenal in that game. But then again, they said that he'll be the starter in 2020, which is a great move. I'm very happy for Drew Lock in Missouri. But yeah, that's gonna be.
I thought that's the obvious move.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Redskins at Cowboys. A game too late.
And by the way, they fired the entire Cowboy coaching staff all gone, so they fired
including.
Yeah, they let Jason Garrett's contract expire, but the rest of the areas got fired. They cleaned the house, everybody.
They're like 5 years too late. Or whatever.
Yeah, too late.
Cardinals at Rams. Who cares?
Who cares? Like, I mean, Kyler Murray is probably going to be the offensive rookie of the year probably.
That's arguable.
Arguable.
We'll talk about that. That's one of the segments in the show.
But arguably, but the Rams, who cares? Like,
yeah, who cares?
9-7.
Congratulations. Beautiful hangover.
Fluke, yeah. Super Bowl, probably the worst Super Bowl. We should listen to that. The worst Super Bowl hangovers of the decade.
We could still do that.
We could do
that.
It
doesn't have to be like before 2020. We could do that next week.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could.
All right. Or we could wait for the offseason. That might work better.
Yeah, probably so, yeah.
And, well, the final game, 49ers at Seahawks. Phenomenal game. Very entertaining. Was hooked from start to finish.
Absolutely.
Jimmy Garoppolo was the complete opposite of the last time he played this team. He was sensational. He only threw 22 times, which I had no freaking idea. But he was absolutely sensational. Only had 4 incompletions in the day. Seattle had a decent time against the run this time because I believe Mostert was giving them a nice little last time. But now they stopped them. He only had 10 attempts in general. Deebo Samuel, though.
Here's the thing.
This is the thing. 5 for 102 yards. Not bad. But we all know the reason why we have to discuss this game.
Because I said it on Facebook, and if you don't have me on Facebook, I'm going to tell you what I said. Pete Carroll not only cost the Seahawks this game, but he is the equivalent of Andy Reid, except that Philip Rivers, Pete Carroll has a Super Bowl ring,
which is why he's nowhere near Andy Reid.
But some of the things you can tell, the Super Bowl loss to the Patriots and Super Bowl 49 still haunts him to this day. Because there's certain plays, certain games that I'm like, yo, what are you thinking? Like, for instance, it's like in the 2-minute warning, right? This guy, Russell Wilson throws an amazing pass inside of the 5-yard line. I think it was to DJ Metcalf. Amazing, absolutely amazing, right? But before the play, there was an incomplete pass with like 40 seconds left, right? The clock stopped, but instead they called a timeout, which I didn't get. The clock's already stopped. Why are you wasting a timeout for? That was their final timeout of the game. Then he throws the pass to DJ Metcalf, amazing catch into the 5-yard line. Into the 5, and I don't know. No, inside the 5-yard line, right at the 1-yard line, at least 1-2-yard line, at least. So I'm like, oh, so everybody's like, oh, excited, and everything. And they're not realizing that, oh, shit, we have to get set it. And they get a delay game penalty. Now they're saying that, oh, Russell Wilson should have gotten them set on time. No, I don't believe Russell Wilson for that. It's Pete Carroll. First of all, y'all should have been getting set ready. You have no timeouts. It seems that none of them had no aware what's going on the field, and they get it to call for a delayed game. That the 1-yard line, they call in Marcelo Lynch. They're like, oh shit, they want to give them the game, and next thing you know, they can't because it's delayed game.
One of the stupidest things I've seen in a while.
Which literally cost them the game. But like, yo, that was dumb. And then the 4th down, you don't convert, and then it's dumb. It was so dumb. Like, yo, Pete Carroll, like, what are you thinking? Like, you know that you don't have no timeouts. Why didn't you get the players? Tell Russell Wilson in his headset, yo, what are you doing? Like, let's go. Such an urgency. You're playing for the division title. You know what I'm saying? At least a home game in the playoffs. Now look at you. You may go to Philadelphia. You're going to Philadelphia on the road. I don't know. It's dumb to me.
Well, because of all that stupid delay of game penalty, you do know what happens after this, right? Ref ball.
Yeah, the pass interference, that was blatant pass interference. That was not called.
See, if you wouldn't have gotten that delay of game penalty, maybe that would have never been the case. You let ref ball happen. That's why you get 0 sympathy from me. You should have never, ever had that dumbass penalty to begin with.
Honestly speaking, they need to fire Alberto Riveron, the head official.
Yeah, they do.
They gotta fire him. He's been hard. It's a damn shame, but your entire referee crew is just awful. It's not even awful. It gets worse every year.
It really does.
This is probably the worst it's been ever. But ever since the championship game against the Saints and the Rams, which was horrible, he should have been fired then. But this was horrible. I don't know how that works of getting rid of him, or if Roger Goodell can fire him. I'm not sure how that works, but I think he can. I'm not too sure, but he needs to.
Good though. He could do anything to me at this point.
he needs to be fired. It's bad.
There's no question. Pat McAfee been saying this in September. That's how hilarious this is. He's been saying this for the whole season.
And worse is that they have these referees that's on these networks, that these head officials networks, like what's the guy from Fox, Mike Pereira, what his name is, whatever his name is.
It doesn't matter what their names are.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And they're saying that they're taking away these great referees, and I'm like, well, they were under him when they were there, so it's like, can't even say that. So whatever. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's just like I still under the belief that they're doing this on purpose. That's how bad this is. I am 100% convinced. And now we still have a postseason to see. So let's see how they mess this up.
They will. And they will. It's going to be one game where they're going to completely fuck it up to the point where now people think that, the Saints game, you're saying that, we got to do something about that because you literally took a team out of the Super Bowl, even though they took themselves out because of being dumb, of Sean Payton being dumb.
Allowed Ref Bowl to happen.
Yeah, Sean Payton allowed that to happen. But I'm talking about just everything being clear game, and then next thing you know, they decide the game. But it's gonna be one game, and I hope it's not one game. It's gonna fuck everything up, and then it's like, wait a minute. Who knows? What happens in the Super Bowl?
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Let's hope to God
this don't happen in the Super Bowl.
Doesn't happen within the last 3 games, both championship games on Sunday and Super Bowl. Hope they avoid those completely.
I think if it happens in the Super Bowl, then they have to do something.
Yeah.
Then they have to do something.
I think they already said that they're going to be doing something this offseason, but if something happens in the Super Bowl, they don't have a choice. It has to be done ASAP. So
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see about that, but we low key can make a list too of all the disgusting calls that have happened this year alone.
That could
Forget
be
the decade.
That could be
this
a list
year
alone. Yeah,
that's how bad it's been this year. They have been absolutely disgusting and disgraceful.
You can literally do a top 10 list for every year of the decade, every year of horrible calls. 2010, 2011, literally every single one. You can find it.
And this year will dominate. I guarantee you that.
But other than that, that's week number
17. The final week. We got 2 lists for you today. One of them is just the awards predictions for the AP honors. Comeback player, the rookies, defensive, offensive, coach, and MVP. The second list is going to be the top sports cities of the decade. It's a hard one.
That was pretty funny.
That was a hard one. But I'm pretty confident. Not confident. I won't say confident, but I'm happy with my list. I think I did a good job. But it's hard. So let's go on with the awards. Get that out the way because most of them will probably be, unison, but we'll see. For me, I put most of the list. I have 3 nominees, but there are some where it's just clear cut and I don't need to put any nominees. Yeah. Like, for example, comeback player of the year. Yeah, that's going to be Ryan Tannehill.
But it's not even close.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that.
What he's done with Tennessee and literally gave them life. They made in the playoffs. It's him. Yeah, it's not even
close. In 12 games and only 10 starts, he threw for almost 3,000 yards, 27-42, 70 completions, 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions in 12 games.
Take that, Marcus Mariota.
Basically, yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, obviously. And then another one that's clear cut that I don't think is close is going to be defensive rookie of the year with Nick Bosa. He got it.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
He got it. He has only 9 sack, quote unquote, only. But you see the type of defensive line he's playing with. He has 38 pressures, and he only blitzed for those pressures 1 time. So that was just natural pass rush. He got those 38 pressures. He caught an interception. I don't know if people remember that, and almost housed it, but he got tired. And he has 16 tackles for the loss, which is 5th most in the entire NFL as a rookie. So those are the 2 clear cut. There's not close. Everything else has big arguments, especially offensive player of the year, which is a pick'em. And now after Sunday's game, defensive player of the year is now a pick'em.
Yeah.
Because of what happened in that exclusive game. Oh, and coach of the year too. But that's a little bit more clear than the rest. So let's go with offensive rookie. My 3 nominees are Josh Jacobs, A.J. Brown, and Kyler Murray. Josh Jacobs in 13 games has 1,100 yards with 7 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, with the resurgence of Ryan Tannehill, has 1,051 yards, 8 touchdowns with 61% catch rate. Kyler Murray has 64% completion, 37-22. 20 touchdowns and 12 interceptions with a 5-10-1 record, which is better than whatever they had last year. I don't remember.
I literally have the exact same nominees that you have, which is the same thing. But my offensive rookie of the year to me is A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown.
I was really fighting between him and Josh Jacobs.
I think I'll pick A.J. Brown too. I think especially since Ryan Tannehill took over, he's been a lot deadly. Especially, like I said, A.J. Brown was he was good when he was with what's this guy's name? Mariota.
I understand why you forgot.
Yeah. but it's seeing that when Mike Vrabel made the change to Tannehill.
Why low key Mike Vrabel should be coach of the year candidate just for
seriously. That's literally like
I didn't put him because I already know how it works. So
I know how it works too, but I still put him on. But we'll get to that later. But he was able to open up the offense a lot more, especially just because he's not going to run the ball. He's not going to pass the ball as he has to. So it opens up the running game a lot. So he scores in the game,
and he rushes himself.
Yeah,
I put the rushing stats that he has. He has a few.
Yeah,
so pretty good.
So A.J. Brown to me is the offensive.
I'm going to agree with Trevor. I was really fighting between him and Josh Jacobs. I'm going to agree with Trevor. I'm going to go give it A.J.
Josh Jacobs is good too, but but I think that A.J. Brown literally stood out the most.
And plus, Josh Jacobs lost the last 3 games. He missed.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, I think, played pretty much all 16.
Yeah.
So he finished the season at least, and he's going to play this Saturday, so that might help his case too. Let's go coach first, because defensive is a little tougher.
Okay. I'm going to go first with the coach of the year. My coach of the year, my nominees were Mike Vrabel for the Titans, Kyle Shanahan for the 49ers, and John Harbaugh for the Ravens. For me, my coach of the year is Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel was able to say that even though Marcus Mariota, when they drafted him, he wasn't the coach when he drafted him. So it was like the Titans said, "This is our franchise quarterback." Now that Mike Vrabel has taken over the team, and how he's able to and took a chance with Ryan Tannehill. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when they said that they brought Ryan Tannehill in the offseason, they was like, "Oh, it's controversy of quarterback." I'm like, how? Ryan Tannehill's not that good, but maybe it's the system that he's in now that makes him thrive better, and the fact that he sat down Mariota,
and he's not bum ass Miami. That helps.
Yeah, Mariota, and now they've won they won 6 out of
Adam Gase.
All right, stop playing.
They've won 6 of the last 7 games. They were 6-1 at one point, except for the games against the Saints and Texans, in week 15 and 16. Because those are 2 big games. Right there. Besides those games, they were in most of those games, except for the Saints game. But they were in most of those games, and it's like they really turned it around. So I'm going with Vrabel for that.
That's a really interesting choice. I just know that's not happening, knowing how the AP voters are.
I know, but
which brings the argument: why do they have to vote for all the awards when whatever? Yeah, but that's a whole different discussion. I have 2 out of your 3. Instead of Mike Vrabel, I have Sean McDermott.
Okay.
Because the Bills sucked. And now they don't. If you want to keep it real, but the real thing is that they were 6-10 last year. Now they're a 10-6 team. The development of quarterback Josh Allen is pretty good. They were 30th last year overall on offense, but now they went up to 23rd. It's not a big improvement, but it is an improvement. It's
improvement because Josh Allen, like I said before, after the Patriot game in Week 16, he's won me over. I don't care. He's won me over.
To me, he's on track to be the next Ben Roethlisberger.
He's very, very good.
That's his ceiling to me, which is a Super Bowl champion and a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so
that's really good.
It's not Jim Kelly, but it's
it's an all-time great.
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah, and your defense, believe it or not, was not ranked very high last year. They were 18th, but now they're 2nd. All the stats, by the way, that I'm getting this from is from Pro Football Reference, by the way,
which is the best football stats ever. Yeah.
Just so y'all know, so you're like, where you got this stats from? It's from Pro Football Reference. Like, the only ones that's probably compared to is Pro Football Focus, but I'm not trying to pay whatever the hell they're trying to charge for the stats, so screw that.
Really? They charge it?
Yeah. Pro Football Focus, yeah. The NFL uses them.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
So, my coach of the year, based on everything that's happened, it's probably going to be John Harbaugh.
And I wouldn't be mad about that either.
I wouldn't be mad. He just completely deserves it. Another big thing, he went up 4 games last year from 10-6 to 14-2, and
mind you, he switched the entire offense.
Yep.
Offense
about to get that right there.
and it made Lamar Jackson an MVP caliber team.
They somehow were 13th ranked offense last year, which boggles my mind, but apparently they were. But now they're first, and it's by far. So that goes there, and then they only went down from defense from second last year to third only. So they didn't miss a beat when they had a lot of turnover on that defensive front. So I think he's going to get it. I don't like it very much. It probably should be Sean McDermott, but John Harbaugh's more likely going to get it.
I won't be mad about that either.
Yeah, I wouldn't mad. He does deserve it. Let's go with Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. If you listen to us at all, you're the front runner to say Stephon Gilmore was the leading guy.
Stephon Gilmore was my Defensive Player of the Year until Sunday.
Now it is up for debate. It wasn't before that, but now it is. My 3 nominees are still Stephon Gilmore, T.J. Watt, and Shaquille Barrett. Shaquille Barrett leads the league in sacks now with 19.5. He has the 6th most pressures in the league and the 6 forced fumbles, which is 3rd most in the league, and 2nd in tackle for losses, which is great stats. T.J. Watt has 14.5 sacks with the 4th most. He's 1st in pressures and his 1st in forced fumbles, which is absolutely sensational. Even past the great Aaron Donald, which everybody loves. Apparently he's the best freaking defensive lineman ever, but whatever. Now, Stephon Gilmore. I understand what happened on Sunday afternoon, which was completely egregious. He allows some guy named Devontae Parker to completely obliterate him along with the rest of the secondary.
And Isaiah Ford.
Yeah, but with updated statistics in ProFootballReference.com, he still leads the league, tied with 2 other guys with interceptions. He's still first in completions percentage against him with 47%. Still
very good.
He still leads the league with passer rating against him with 92 attempts, which is still a lot. I think that's 12th or 13th most in the league attempted against him with 35.7, which I believe is still lower than kneeling the ball or spiking the ball. And he's first with 20 passes defended. With him getting obliterated on Sunday afternoon, he's still first in everything. Still. No one is that close to him. I think Tre'Davious White is the closest when it comes to completion percentage, but everything else, he's not close to Stephon Gilmore still.
And he has 2 pick sixes.
And he has 2 pick sixes, yes. He returned 2, which is tied for a lot because Marcus Peters leads that with 3.
3, yeah.
But Gilmore has 2. So my defensive player of the year is still
Stephon
Gilmore.
I agree.
But it's a lot closer. T.J. Watt, to me, is very close to him. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the level of the defenses. Shaquille Barrett defense is still not that good. Their rush defense is I believe probably first in the league, actually. But overall, the defense is still not good in Tampa Bay. Versus the Steelers' defense is still absolutely sensational. And T.J. Watt is arguably the biggest reason why, between him and Minkah Fitzpatrick, are the biggest reasons why the defense is still very good. Stephon Gilmore is unequivocally the reason why the Patriots defense is first in everything. Still, it's because of him. He's still lockdown central, regardless of what happened. Every player has a bad day. It happens. There was a game that T.J. Watt had 0 pressures and 0 sacks. That happened, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Shaquille Barrett, same thing. He has 19.5 sacks, which is astronomical. He had games with 0 sacks. So everybody has a bad game. It's just that Stephon just wanted to have his worst game on arguably the biggest game of the freaking year for the Patriots. But it is what it is. That has nothing to do with this award. That's just me being salty, and you'll get a lot of salt in the next episode. But it's still, to me, Stephon Gilmore. Still, it better be Stephon Gilmore. But he may get punished because of Sunday's game.
He's still defensive player of the year.
He's still, to me, either.
I mean, my nominees were Stephon Gilmore, Nick Bosa, and
Nick Bosa. That's still good.
And Tre'Davious White.
Very good.
He's very, very good. Tre'Davious White, first of all, that Bills defense is no joke. Stout defense. And then Tre'Davious White, Stephon Gilmore, 2 of the best corners in the league. But still, Stephon Gilmore is still the number 1.
He's still the class of defense this year. He's still the best corner. He still allows that defense to run. It's still him. It's just closer now.
He's peaking. So, like I said, hopefully in the playoffs they still can keep it up with that, but it should be all right.
Yeah, should be 100% fine. Offensive player of the year, the hardest one, because a lot of people this year broke records offensively.
Yeah.
So the nominees that I have is probably similar to Trevor, though, is Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, and Lamar Jackson. Christian McCaffrey has hit 1,000 on both possible ways for a running back in both rushing and receiving.
Which is hard to do.
I don't remember last time it was done. It might be LaDainian Tomlinson. I don't even know. It may be. I don't even know who did it last time.
Your guy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, he's my guy. He's still a beast, though. He actually broke a record with most receptions by a running back with 116, which is like
second or third in the league.
Like it's pretty close to at least at most fifth most in the league, which is still stupid. It's ridiculous. And he has 2,300 scrimmage yards. That's like 10th or something in all time, though. Like I don't think anyone's touching Darren Sproles' record. Like what he did was stupid because scrimmage yards include special teams, so that's why. Lamar Jackson broke Michael Vick's rushing record. He has 1206, which is what, like fifth, sixth most in the league, something like that.
It's fifth in the league.
Like something like it's ridiculous. And it's the most by a quarterback ever with 7 rushing touchdowns. He also threw for 3,000 yards and has the most touchdown passes with 36. With only 6 interceptions.
And then he has also, I think, the most total touchdowns in the league as well.
Yeah, with 40. Yeah, with 43, I think so.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, it's kind of broken. Yeah,
it's broken. Yeah, I'm gonna lie to you. Listen, for me, my nominees were.
One more. Well, it has the same one.
Yeah.
But let's go with this one real quick. With Michael Thomas, everybody knows this by now. He has 149 receptions, broke the record by almost a mile, 1725 yards, which is probably I think top 5 ever too. I think the record is like 18 something. I think.
8.
With Julio Jones, I think it broke a couple years ago. I think.
No.
Or Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson had
19.
19
something.
65, I think.
Yeah, so
it was close.
200 yards away. And 9 touchdowns on 80% catch rate, which is stupid.
Mind you, he had Drew Brees and
2 different quarterbacks. Yep.
throwing into him. So.
Oh, and by the way, Christian McCaffrey's catch rate was higher with 81%. It's kind of ridiculous. No, go ahead.
Yeah, my offensive player of the years was Christian McCaffrey, Michael Thomas, and obviously Lamar Jackson. But Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league. But as far as offensive player of the year, I'm gonna give it to Christian McCaffrey. You know how difficult it is to run the ball 1,000 yards, catch the ball for 1,000 yards, and be so efficient on both. Basically, just deadly. Like there's no way the team can stop you. Like literally, you have the team in your back. Mind you, he's playing with a backer QB. And then on the last
twice
game,
over.
And then in the last game of the year, he had Will Greer. You know, he got some burns. So yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous. I flip flop from him and Michael Thomas every day. Yesterday I felt Michael Thomas. Today I feel Christian McCaffrey. I don't know.
Now Christian McCaffrey is the offensive player of the year. That's ridiculous.
I just don't understand how both of them did what they did. So I don't know. I'm gonna give you an inconclusive right now.
Yeah,
I don't have a damn clue. MVP's fast.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
It's Lamar Jackson. I already talked about his stats. He also won 14. Well, he technically won 13, but come on, he wasn't gonna be the Steelers week 17. Yes, he was. So 14 wins was the most in the league and first seed. Russell Wilson gets nod for 66%, 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, was third most in the league, 5 interceptions, and is 5th seed in the NFC. Patrick Mahomes is my third because I had to put somebody I know who to put. With 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions in 13 games with home field record, which is exactly the same as last year. 2nd seed, but it's Lamar Jackson. There's no point in talking about this anymore.
That's it.
Yeah, he won this I think 3 weeks ago. Like it was locked.
And I was trying to give it to Russell Wilson, but I couldn't.
No, me neither. And no, it's Lamar Jackson. It's not close.
Other than that, we have the top 10 sports cities of the decade. To me, honestly, it's probably the most fun one I've ever done.
It was, but number 1 is very obvious.
What gets that to say?
Yeah, but it was easy. Everybody knows what number 1 is.
Yeah, of course. You want to go first, or I go first?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go list through them quick. No time for discussions because we have another show to clock, and it's freaking New Year's Eve. We trying to go.
Yeah, we're trying to get lit.
Well, I'm not. I got work tomorrow morning. But
well,
that's my personal business.
This is cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? All right. So number 10 for me is actually the city of Philadelphia.
Okay.
In this list, I don't know if I told them. I don't know if we did it. I included collegiate sports as well. That does count. There are some cities that don't have a professional sports team,
and they've killed at a collegiate level.
Exactly. So I have them here. Yeah. So the school of Villanova counts in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So I put them there. They have Super Bowl win, and Villanova won 2 March Madness tournaments.
Yes.
Which is stupid. I don't know how you win 1, but let alone 2. It's ridiculous.
In 3 years, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. So I have them here. Seattle is my second. They have 1 Super Bowl out of 2 appearances, and they actually won 2 WNBA championships also. I counted women's sports, but I don't know who did that.
I actually did as well.
Nice. All right, perfect. See, this happens when we have a partner who always in the same freaking wavelength.
Yeah.
They have 2 WNBA championships. Washington, D.C. is going to be number 8 for me. They have 1 WNBA championship, a Stanley Cup, and a World Series win.
All three of them are first ever in their
Exactly. 7th is Chicago. They have a World Series, 2 Stanley Cups, and they do have an appearance in the WNBA Finals, but they did lose. Appearances count to me, so I'll put a factor in them. 6 is the Miami. That I'm including Florida State's wins because who cares? It's Florida.
Florida State is in Tallahassee. So.
Yeah, technically Miami Hurricanes is Miami school, but so what? I don't care.
Tallahassee is not part of Miami.
Exactly, it's not, but it's still Florida, and I don't get a rat's ass.
There's nowhere near each other. Okay.
I don't get a rat's ass. It's still Florida, so I'm including Florida sports in here.
Okay, fine.
Because the other sport, like what, Orlando? Come on, dog. What the hell is in Orlando? And Jacksonville? Come on, dog. Really? No.
UCF has been undefeated the last 3 years.
And did they win anything?
No.
So then who cares? I don't care if they won games. Championships matter. So 4 straight NBA finals in the beginning of this decade. Won 2 of them. And Florida State won a championship. And I'm putting it. I don't care what nobody tells me. 5. I'm including Carolina as a whole because South Carolina doesn't do anything. But they do have a college team. So 2. I'm putting Carolina in general. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't even know if people remember that South Carolina is even a state.
Yes, Clemson, yeah.
So I'm including Carolina as a whole as my 5th. They have a Super Bowl appearance, but they lost. They have 2 NCAA basketball championship wins. Duke and North Carolina both have won a March Madness tournament in this decade, and North Carolina are 1-1. So they won 1 and lost 1. And I'm including South Carolina women's basketball championship for NCAA. They've won 1, and Clemson has been in 3 BCS championships and won 2.
And they're currently in 1 right now.
Yes, but it didn't happen yet when I wrote this list. So yeah. 4th, San Francisco. They have 3 World Series championships. Have a dynasty with the Giants. And they have a Super Bowl appearance, but lost because of a questionable non-call and pass interference against the Ravens. And finally, we may have another Super Bowl appearance this year against the same team. We'll see, though. 3rd, Alabama. Do I have to talk about Alabama?
Alabama Super Bowl.
And that also includes Auburn. It's not just Alabama.
Okay.
They're both in the Alabama state.
Okay.
So they have 5 out of 8 BCS championships in this decade. Broken. 2nd, Los Angeles, believe it or not.
Okay.
They have 2 Stanley Cup wins. They've been to the World Series twice, but lost because the Dodgers are the Dodgers. And they have a WNBA Finals because Candace Parker is that woman. So I put them 2nd. Also, just to edge them for other places, the Clippers were in like every single playoff thing almost the entire decade. Even though they choked they did choke all of them.
Every single last one of them.
But that's what happens here.
Shout out to Chris Paul and Griffin.
And there is a possibility that the Lakers will do something this year. And in the beginning of the decade, for 2 or 3 years, I don't remember how many, Kobe was in the playoffs and doing his thing in the playoffs before he broke his shoulder and foot and leg and all types of stuff. And number 1, it's Boston. Yeah. It's not close. It's not close. 3 Super Bowl wins, 5 Super Bowl appearances, 2 World Series, and a Stanley Cup win out of 3 appearances.
Well, for once, I can say our list is very different.
Not bad. I can't wait.
Number 10 for me was Washington, D.C. The Nationals won their first championship against the Astros in the World Series. The Capitals won their first championship against the Vegas Golden Knights in 2018. And the Mystics won their first WNBA championship against, I don't even remember who gives a shit. Number 9, Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Penguins won 2 straight Stanley Cup champions, 2015, 2016. The Steelers made the Super Bowl 45, but they lost to the Packers. But as far as hockey is concerned, they literally been holding, and they're constantly a playoff team in both soccer and football and hockey.
Plus, they had the best player in hockey for a long time, Sidney Crosby.
Number 8 is St. Louis. The Cardinals won the World Series in 2011. They made it to the World Series in 2013, but lost to my Boston Red Sox. And the Blues just recently won their first ever championship against the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup Final. Mind you, in January they were the worst team in Major Leagues hockey. Literally the worst team. And now they're the defending champions. Number 7 is Los Angeles. The Lakers won in 2010. The Kings won 2 out of 3 years. They one in 2012 and 2014, including becoming the last NHL team to complete the reverse sweep. They were down 3-0 against the Sharks.
Oh yeah, they do that.
And 2014 in the first round, and they won 4 straight to, win that round and then end up winning the championship. Number 6 is Villanova. Philadelphia. Villanova won 2 championships in college basketball. The Eagles won in 2017 against the Patriots. Number 5 is Clemson, South Carolina. They have won 2 national championships. They've been in the national championship 4 times in the last 5 years. Shout out to South Carolina. Number 4, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Alabama has won 4 national championships in the last decade. 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017. Absolutely amazing. Number 3, which one you probably didn't get, Storrs, Connecticut. UConn ladies have won.
I was gonna shout them out after this.
Have won
I have them right here, so I would mention.
Have won 5 national championships in the decade: 2010, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. They have the longest winning streak in national history, with 116 straight games won. The UConn men's have won 2 championships in that span as well. So that's literally 7 championships coming out of Storrs, Connecticut, which is amazing.
And their women's basketball team did make a finals too.
Yeah, they went 5 of the last 10 years, including 4 straight and 100.
No, WNBA.
Oh yeah, they went to the conference championship
finals, but
and they lost. Yeah. Number 2 for me is the San Francisco Bay Area. Giants won 3 in a row, won 3 championships: 2010, 12, and 14. The Warriors won 2015, 17,
So you include
18.
the entire Bay Area. That's Oakland. That's not San Francisco.
No, it's still the Bay Area. All
right, that's really
the 49ers made a Super Bowl in 47, and the Sharks made the Stanley Cup championship against the Penguins, and lost because the Sharks are literally the choke artists of the NHL. And number 1, by far, is easy, Boston. The New England Patriots won 3 championships in 5 appearances. The Red Sox have won 2 titles. The Bruins have won a title in 2011, and the Celtics made the NBA Finals in 2010 and made the conference finals 4 times in that span. That's my top list.
Yeah, it's actually really not that different. It's just that I combined more of his stuff. That's what the thing is.
But I'm not surprised you didn't count. You need to put in Connecticut though. Connecticut.
I was gonna mention them right now. I was gonna mention them, and I was gonna mention Kentucky too.
Yeah, Kentucky too. Yes, pretty good.
I have them written down right under my stuff. Just that I kind of value professional sports a little bit more than collegiate sports. That's why.
No, but in certain areas, yeah, that's.
But that's all they got. So that's why I wanted to give them a shout out.
But seven championships.
That's still kind of stupid.
That's completely crazy. But
yeah, Kentucky went crazy. They got Kentucky basketball and Louisville basketball in the state of Kentucky. So I want to give them a shout out too. So nobody, flip out. God, sports matter. They do matter. Not to me sometimes, but they do matter.
They do matter.
And I'm shouting them out right now, so it won't be left out. All right, so that is the end of our show for today. This is the final show of the year.
I know, man.
I don't know if it's gonna come up before tonight, but we'll see how I feel. Well, if you like, which I'm sure you did, because we're wonderful.
Hold up. Breaking news. J.J. Watt will be active this Saturday against the Bills for the playoff game.
I knew that.
Horrible.
We'll see how he feels. I don't know if it's going to make a big impact or not.
They actually lose anyway, so.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that on Friday.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you like, share, subscribe to all our content. You know the drill by now. We on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeartradio, Google Play Radio, YouTube. We're at Podcast Dynasty on Twitter. Hit us up. Happy New Year, guys. We love you. Peace out.